Welcome to Rich Conversations. This is another weekly guided reflection session, and I'm so grateful because today I'm outside and Lake Michigan is right behind me. Oh, it's going to be such a great setting to just take 40 to 50 minutes out of our day to take intentional time to think about our life so that moving forward, as we proceed, we can be clearer and more precise in our actions and live a more fulfilled life. So it's a beautiful day. Why don't we get into it for 5 minutes, just breathe. Something so fundamental, right? We're just going to set a timer for 5 minutes and here we go. Oh yeah. It's so nice being outside. The air is fresher. Feeling alive. Yeah, just breathe in, breathe out. And as thoughts come, just let them pass. They're not important, especially right now. We just want to concentrate on our breathing, in and out. This is very simple. It's not easy, but it is not complex. It's very simple. vibration in my pants. Okay. All right. Isn't that nice? I could have done much longer. That was easy for me because I'm just out here in nature by the lake, healing ourselves. Bring your notebook out, or just be conscious, be here, be present, right? I'm not asking a lot. I'm asking 40 to 50 minutes, which we're probably at. We're 5 minutes in already. And how we're going to start this is just starting at the beginning. What are we grateful for? Let's start there. Ooh, that was a big bird. That water is so seductive. The sounds. Just want to dive right in. I'm grateful for this great lake behind me. You have access to it. All I do is walk 3 minutes from my apartment through the park. Today was freshly mowed, little grass. Kids playing in the park, playing soccer. Walk to the lake. The air is fresh. The sun is warm. The water calm-ish. It's got that kind of summer vibe where it's rocking a little bit. It's not totally calm. It's active. It's present. Got ice cream carts going around. Guys on bikes. I got the cooler. People running. People chilling. This isn't an abnormal thing to just sit here by the water and do nothing. There's a whole kind of like rock way and different levels designed. And there's just people scattered throughout, just by themselves, just sitting. And they'll sit for a while, Because we're all humans, and we feel the same things, right? So me being here by the lake, I feel a certain presence outside and by the water. And other people, because they're human beings too, also feel that. So we're here together. All right, the second question. Think about in the last hour of your day. Think about all the noise that's been on your mind. So if you've been looking at screens over the past hour, think about that. What's coming up? You know, like what types of things are coming up, are being presented to you in your face. How did that make you feel? So think about how you spent the last hour. Were you on, like, did that feel, is there a correlation between how you felt over the last hour with what activities you were doing, right? Were you on a computer? Were you on a phone? Were you on an iPad? Were you listening to music? Like what information, data, senses are coming into you? And how did it make you feel over the last hour? Did it feel like noise? Did you find yourself anxious? Did you find yourself provoked, angered, depressed, energized, excited? So think about the activities you've been doing the last hour, and have you been consuming information? And then what was kind of the correlation between the consumption of that information and how you felt? I think that's an important question today. When I start my mornings, I have a routine that I follow, and it really isn't until breakfast that I consume something outside of kind of my world that I'm working in a way. I've found that I'm clearest in the morning, so I dedicate the morning to myself, and I don't stray from that until breakfast. So when I'm sitting down at breakfast, the first thing I do is check the box scores of all the games the night before. Right now it's baseball, so I checked all the box scores, checked my fantasy team, we're doing well. And then I go into different other websites that occupy my time while I'm eating, right? It's just basically time consumption. Something for me to do while I'm eating. And I found, like say today, I find that my mind and my body can quickly get off the rails based on the websites that I'm on. And it's almost like I have to reset myself before I proceed in the day. Now, luckily, I schedule a nap after breakfast, right? So I wake up, we do what we got to do. It's really intense. And then we eat breakfast. So this is around 11 a.m.-ish. And then we have expunged so much energy that we need to rest. So then we rest, and then we come out, and now we're kind of renewed in a way. But it's that moment in between where social media, I'm on my laptop doing this, and it's like everything all at once, like especially with Twitter. All of a sudden I feel all these, I'm provoked, and it seems, I don't know. And then there's Facebook. I check Facebook every day for a friend's memes. He curates memes and he posts them on his timeline, and I appreciate the memes. So I'll do that, and I'll scroll a little bit, and it's 75% ads, and everything is just like coming at me, and I feel agitated inside. And so what I'm asking you, and in relation to this question, is pay attention to your information diet. And let's look at this sample, this sliver, this window of the last hour. What were you doing, and how did it make you feel? Because if it's not contained, then it can get out of hand, get off the rails, like I'd mentioned. So even when I'm going through the box scores of the games, I don't feel that at all. It's like very kind of precise and intentional. But then once I just go to a website and just have no intention, I feel like a rush of just anxiety come over me. So I think that's something to really pay attention to, is being precise with our information consumption, and disciplined. And there's kind of like that thing where, like if I'm scrolling on Facebook after I checked my friend's memes, it's almost like in there I want something to interest me. So I'm scrolling just to see if something new, something that stands out. And I never find it. It never happens. I just get bogged down. I'm like, So then I move on. And I get like frazzled. And then I take a nap and I wake up and I'm okay. So that's what I was thinking about with regard to that question. Okay. 3. What was the last conscious purchase you made? Like really like kind of focused purchase. What was it and why? So mine were these to-go espresso containers. And so, like now that the weather's nice, I want to go on walks, but I don't have anything to carry them in, and I don't want something that I have to like pack or have to hold on to. I can throw away. I can recycle these, technically. So I bought 50 of these. 50 of these espresso containers. So I could take espresso on the go in the afternoon. It cost me $13 on Amazon. But it was very like, I weighed the decision. Is this something I just want, or do I need? The answer was want. But it's about to be summer and I want to go on walks outside. So that's my rationale. Think about your last purchase, like your conscious purchase. Why did you do it? What was your justification for it? Kind of ruminate on it. Was it a clear want or was it a need? To be clear, we only need 4 things in life. Water, food, shelter, human interaction. Those 4 things. Everything else we don't need. So I don't need this. Yeah, what was that last purchase? I will say this too, I felt a little playing with house money because the previous weekend I was at a baby shower. That's my life now, baby shower. First baby shower I ever went to, but I happened to win an Amazon gift card. Because I bought diapers. I think first time I bought diapers too. Brought diapers to this raffle, and I won. So, I was like, you know what I could use? I could use some espresso to-go containers. Then I researched a good 2 days to make the right decision. I wanted lids that didn't have the hole. So I would like open it, because then I could put plastic wrap around it and then really be mobile with it. But yeah, think about your last conscious purchase decision. I am going to experiment starting in July. I'm going to not consume coffee in the afternoon. Unless it's a special occasion. And I'm going to observe the results in August. So July to August, no caffeine in the afternoon. Morning, yeah, perfectly fine. I've been finding lately that in the afternoon, like maybe 2 hours after I consume it, I crash. And then so it's like I feel tired and I kind of want to go to bed. But then I get through it and then I have energy at night again. It's this weird kind of dip and I don't like it. I want to be steady. But I do find if I don't have it, then I'm kind of ornery, kind of irritable, very irritable. Just like, wow, why am I grumpy right now? It's this guy. This is the culprit. So I'm trying to address it, do some experimenting, and I'm going to do it in July. So until then, I'm going to use up these to-go containers. I can't do it now after I bought all these to-go containers, obviously. So we've got to delay it. What's a small thing in your life that you could experiment with? Not something super dramatic, but something like the example I just gave. You know what? I'm not going to consume caffeine in the afternoon for 1 month. I'm not completely removing caffeine from my consumption diet. I'm just like, in the afternoon, I'm not going to do it. For 1 month, let's see what happens. So what's something in your life? Something small. Something that you're curious about, what the difference would be, and write about that. Something I think about, there's like this category of guys. It feels like more in the tech sphere. I'm thinking of Tim Ferriss in that regard. Just always wanting to experiment with the body and supplements and things like that. I don't know if I agree with that kind of stuff. The whole supplements thing, I don't know, it seems kind of extreme, like just it appears to be clamoring or like grasping for something more, like never satisfied with what is. Like always wanting. There's almost like an insecurity. That's the word I'm looking for. It's like an insecurity in that there could always be something to enhance the body in a way. Like a denial. There's like a denial in something. Overthinking. It's like overthinking. You know, humans have been around for quite a while, and we know pretty much what's good for us, what's bad for us. We've kind of figured that out for the most part. But the amount of energy exerted in grasping for that little extra, I don't think is worth it, because what I have observed with that is they find something and then they're always changing it. So it's not like experimenting with supplements and then sticking with it. It's then disregarding it and then finding something new and something blah, 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 blah. And I'll see advertisements for this. I'm thinking like there's these ads for like mud or athletic greens or I don't know. But it's all very faddish. I think that's what I'm kind of thinking about is like, if you focus on fundamentals, fads just come and go around you. You know, like the wind here along Lake Michigan with birds passing us by. It's just, we're on a rock. We're here. We're not like a kite that's flying all over, right? Fundamentals. Fundamentals aren't necessarily sexy, but they can lead to improvisation that is sexy because it works. There's more to like build off of it, you know. Yeah, it's an interesting kind of demographic. You'll see this content of like alpha male, beta male, sigma male. I was just like, what are you guys talking about? Shut up and just live your life. God, everybody's breaking down and like overthinking everything, categorizing everybody. Like, we're human beings living on Earth. Let's just live our lives. Oh my God. It's based in insecurity, I think. It's ridiculous. Next question. What's a fad you've observed around you? Whether it's in your friend group, whether it's in school or work or society. What are your thoughts on it? We have some volunteers picking up trash along the lake here. How fitting. I'm seeing like so many different activities in just one sitting. Yeah, there's a group of volunteers picking up trash. They're using stick things. That's smart. And gloves. The other day I was out here, the other day, it was like, okay, so like last week, I was over here. I'll come here, especially if the weather's nice. I'll come over by the lake a few times a week. I'm like, oh man, there's a lot of trash here. And then, this was before Memorial Day. I was like, wow, there's a lot of trash here. You know what? I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna just like take an hour and just walk. And so I did. Just picking up, cans of Modelo, firework, canisters, or whatever. Just random stuff. Yeah, a bunch of Modelo cans. But yeah, maybe I should wear gloves next time. I did wash my hands after, but it's good to see, because I like, there's trash out here, and I was just like, someone's got to do something about this. I'm just gonna walk by the lake and do it myself. So then I did. But it's good to see that there's some organization and some thought that other people are putting into it. So what's something small you can do to help your community or your environment around you? Like picking up trash along the lake. it's interesting to see also just the amount of time that we've been here. There's more people are starting to come and be by the lake. It's late morning. You know, it's just like a trickle, you know? It's nothing overwhelming. It's just, you know, it's kind of nice. And if you observe each person, each group, and just observe, just watch, it's like interesting. Just human beings in general are just interesting. Let's piggyback off that thought. Let's think of an interesting observation we made of a human being recently. Like what's something we saw another human being do that was just kind of interesting. You know, it could be someone pulling up a recreational chair by the lake and opening a container of grapes and eating them. Could be someone on a train reading a book, and that book in particular had an erotic title on it, like, I don't know. Just something like, again, something small and nuanced. That's what life is, all these little moments, all these little details. And I find if we don't pick our heads up and be open, we miss all of that. So then we're not getting a rounded, whole impression of life around us. We're just in our heads and we miss everything. Gosh, it's really beautiful, really peaceful here right now. I wish you guys could be here with me. How refreshing this is. It's like a recharging of energy. Like stable energy, though. You know? Oh, we got some ducks. Ducks are funny. Animals are so funny. They're just doing their thing. Quack, 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 quack. Oh, man. Ducks, man. All right, what we've got for time here? We're coming up pretty soon. The last few nights, dedicated to watching a TV show, a television series called Breaking Bad. This is my second time watching it, and it feels so much different. Like it's like a different show. I'm noticing so many other things that I didn't notice before. And I watched it maybe, I want to say like 6 years ago. I watched this series. I'm just looking for something kind of different to break up the days. Something to look forward to every night. Something different, but it's one of the best shows created. So it's like a product of art. It's an art creation worthwhile to examine again. I feel like sometimes it's what I'm missing is kind of other art forms to pull from for inspiration and just like nuggets. I feel like it's been a little redundant for me with books and music. So I'm exploring TV, film, a little bit more. Like giving a little bit more intentional attention to it. And chosen Breaking Bad. So what's an art form that you're exploring a little bit more right now in regard to, pulling something from it, exploring it, and dissecting it in a way that we can learn and apply moving forward? And also enjoy and lose ourself in it. Get out of our heads. Yeah, it's like there's so many options. It's almost like you have to research all the options, and it exhausts me. So I'm like, you know what? I remember I watched Breaking Bad, and it was excellent. It was amazing. Why don't I just do that again? But it's like watching it, consuming it, it's like totally different. Really interesting. So what's your favorite film or TV show from your own life that you really took something away from, you found meaningful? I use this term, this phrase, inning eater, in regard to just like kind of killing time. We'd use it working at the restaurant when it was slow. and we're working, and all we're doing is just like sitting and chilling. It's a inning eating shift, right? We're just there to eat up innings. And it stems from, in baseball, like pitchers, say like mid-relievers, you're just going in to just kind of eat up innings. You're just kind of consuming innings, getting outs. And so in regard to TV or film, it's like what's something that is more than just being an inning eater. Not just to kind of mindlessly lose ourselves in time, but something that's greater than an inning eater. Inning eating art product. All right, we'll do one more. I just feel so at peace right now. Just don't want it to end. Don't leave me. What are we energized for next week? It's a very simple one, simple thing that can change every week. If the rain holds off and the ground is dry, I'll be going up to the farm in Wisconsin, being on a tractor all day, going up and down. Oh, it's my one vacation a year. My favorite. Do all my deep thinking. Not all, but just chill, just be in nature. Smell some fresh air. I'm energized for that. So that concludes our weekly guided reflection session. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being inspired and motivated to improve your life, improve the life of those around you, your community, the world. Breathe in, breathe out. Oh, life is beautiful. Be well and have a great week.